The context for rising house prices shows Hobart house prices rising the fastest. The rush back to cities has begun, and the only way out of this affordability crisis is more homes. This is all the important news affecting Tasmanian property this week. So let's begin with the context around house prices rising. CoreLogic released some interesting statistics on the price of houses now compared to their peak however long ago. And they broke those statistics down city by city. In terms of big picture numbers, national home values increased a further 2.8%, placing values 5.6% above previous market peak in October 2017. So on the whole, values have risen across the board, but the story isn't the same for every city. In Sydney, for example, prices have climbed 2.6% higher than they were at their previous peak, but this took 44 months to happen. In other words, Sydney's peak prices, the most people are willing to pay in Sydney, only rose by 2.6% in the last 44 months. The greatest change was seen in Canberra, which saw prices rise by 16.9% since its previous peak, but this happened over 23 months, which is why the 12.3% change seen in Hobart over the last 13 months makes the house price growth seen in Hobart the fastest in the nation, growing 1.06% on average every month for the last 13 months. And if you're enjoying this breakdown of the news, don't forget to like or subscribe or share with others, or all three, so you can stay informed of all the important news affecting Tasmanian property and support this work. Your support is much appreciated, so like, subscribe, follow, whatever that button says on whatever platform you're on. Back to the news. The rush back to cities might have started as CBD vacancy rates fall while a number of lifestyle regions recorded increased vacancies. SQM research today has revealed the national residential rental vacancy rate rose to 2.1% over the month of March from 2.0% in February. The rise in vacancy rates is abnormal for March. It is the first time since 2007 that vacancy rates rose for March compared to February. The rise was driven by increases in vacancies in Sydney, as well as a reversal in some of the tight rental markets of regional Australia. However, Hobart vacancy rates have only decreased, falling even further in the incredibly low 0.8% to 0.6%. Reflective of this tree change and the movement away from regionals back to the city is the slight dip of asking rents for houses in Greater Hobart compared to units. Even though vacancy rates are extremely low, the lowest in the nation in fact, asking rents for houses in Greater Hobart dipped by 1.1% last month, while the asking rents for units increased by 7.1%. This could only be the result of people moving back into the city to once again be closer to work with the threat of the pandemic evaporating and employment opportunities returning. Now a word from our sponsor. Are you looking for a new home, something unique, something beautiful? Then you should look at Eleanor in Tranmere. It is the latest in luxury waterfront living, and it will offer a mix of 3 to 5 bedroom apartments that boast unobstructed views of the Derwent Harbour and Mount Wellington. This exciting new development is the latest Kunama project, and it will hit the market very soon. So visit eleonora.build to get all the latest details. Just type eleonora.build into your browser to find out more. Finally this week, fellows at the Grattan Institute weigh in on the housing affordability crisis. And if you don't know, the Grattan Institute is a self-described, non-partisan think tank providing independent, rigorous and practical solutions to some of Australia's most pressing problems. And if you listen to the first two pieces of news, you might be thinking, whoa, house prices are soaring, rents are rising, and the vacancy rates are only decreasing. What can we do? The Grattan Institute answers that question. The article reads, if the government really wants to make housing affordable, they need to get more houses built. Recent Grattan Institute research finds that relaxing planning rules to allow more homes to be built near the centres of Australia's major cities would help. The federal government has no direct control over planning rules, but it can provide incentives for the state and local government to relax planning rules. As hard as it is, increasing the supply of housing is the smartest way to make housing more affordable. Thanks for listening. That's it for this week. See you next time.